Hi, if you're an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of April 2016? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Aquarius, I really see you like moving and shaking, like things are happening, like you know exactly what to do. You're on fire. You're very focused. There's a real sense of being organized with the direction you want to go and what you want to make happen. And people are paying attention. So I like this. I like how you enter April is being the authority, being someone in the know, someone people respect, and someone people have are willing to listen and do things for. So you have a lot of power, or you yield a lot of power in early April. So you want to make sure that the choices that you're making, the direction that you're going, are that you are making headway in what you want, and that you're not trying to please somebody else. Because what can happen is we have April 7th, we have a new moon in Aries, and Aries is about taking care of ourselves. Aries is about getting what we want, moving in the right direction. So you want to make sure that the things that you're doing are for the right reasons, because they're supporting you in what you want to accomplish. Because if you don't, then you're going to start to see some adjustments around that time period where you're going to start to go, I put myself in a corner. What did I do that? And most Aries won't do that, right? But some of you, you have different energy, so based on the other signs that are in your chart, some of you could wobble a little bit and not really be as authoritative as you need to be. But you're going to have extra energy this month to help you do that. And if you haven't got it right by the 7th, you're going to get some new energy in to help you to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of, to make sure that things are working out for you, and you're sort of orchestrating the world in a way that aligns and works for you. So that's good. Okay, so let's focus on romantic relationships for those of you that are in a partnered relationship. So let's look, for those of you that are a couple, what you can expect for the month of April. Oh, I really see you guys planning together, focusing together, like really enjoying creating a future together. You may be planning a trip, you may be planning a remodel, you may be planning on buying or selling a property, you may be planning on building a business together. But I see you planning things together, planning on things that you want to do together. And I like that a lot. It feels really, really good. And it feels like, where it can go a little sideways is towards the end of the month when we have Mars retrograde, April 17th to June 29th. And when Mars retrograde, Mars kind of just becomes stationary, and we don't have its energy to help us move projects forward. So you'd never want to buy a house. You'd never want to start a remodel. You'd never want to start, planning for a wedding or get engaged. You don't want to start anything new during this retrograde, April 17th to June 29th, because it never works out. Whoever initiates something during that time, it's going to fall apart. When Mars starts to go forward, it's like the light turns on and everything falls apart, right? So now it's different if somebody initiates a lawsuit against you, or somebody initiates an investigation against you, or somebody initiates or accuses you of something. That's fine. You're going to come out fine. Follow along, because you will be fine, because they've initiated it, right? But you don't initiate anything. Now, what if you fall in love and you're like, oh my God, I want to ask them out? If it's during that period, April 17th to June 9th, just stay in their space. Don't ask them out. Just get to know them. Just, don't just friend zone them, okay? Because it's not going to work out, and then they'll remember it's not going to work out, all right? So for those of you that are in a new or looking for a relationship, let's see for you, Aquarians, for April. Oh yeah, really great energy, really, really, really substantial great energy early in April for you guys, and actually sort of feels like the whole way. Very whimsical, easy energy for you guys. So I feel like it's really positive for you to really meet somebody. So you may meet somebody early and you'll just glide through that whole retrograde period, the Mars retrograde. Well, I won't say glide. You may discover things about each other, find things out about each other, right? Here's the good news is that you have a lot of choice, and you're going to be given a lot of different tools to be able to get what you want in terms of a romantic relationship. So the good news is I feel like this next 3 months is a growing phase for you in really deciding what it is you want in a romantic relationship, discovering things about yourself, and then ending up with a partner that's going to give it to you. So it feels like you're kind of like in a 3-month cycle here, April, May, June. And then it feels like by July, you sort of come out of this with like, feeling really good and having a relationship if you want one. So that's all good. So Mercury is also retrograde. I know we have some retrogrades happening here, April 28th to May 7th. However, there's absolutely some great news with this retrograde because it's in the sign of Taurus, who happens to also be really connected to Jupiter and Pluto. So my astrology friends tell me. And they are the planets of abundance and good luck, good fortune. So the good news is to have our retrograde stuck there among the planets of abundance. It's like, woohoo. So all the signs, you can expect to have a lot of abundance come in. And what's interesting is from places you didn't expect it. So you may be putting in the effort over here, but the money comes in from over here. So it's a really interesting opportunity to have money come in from the unexpected. So I like that a lot. So let's look at your career. Now, with all retrogrades, right, we always want to double check our communication. We always want to double check and cross the T's and dot the I's, right? But you don't have to sort of like stop doing business. It's a great time for you to keep moving forward in business. It's just with that Mars retrograde, you don't want to start anything new. That's the only thing. But whatever you've got going, keep it going. All right, so let's look at career and money for Aquarians. There's something that you've put in, maybe overseas, that you've kind of initiated, could even have initiated it several months ago, that's really going to blossom and grow. You may even get some acknowledgement or feather in your hat or, applause, right? So people that you admire and or respect may come back around and say, that was a great idea. And they may even say, because you did that here, will you do it over there? So they may even give you an extension or maybe even open up other doors for you to replicate your success in other areas around the world. So it's exciting. And for those of you that don't have overseas business and it's closer to home, it just feels like it's just going to grow exponentially. So it feels like just, like just bubbling over it reminds me of like when you cook caramel and it starts to overflow and bubbles over. It's like a good mess to have. All right. Let's look at your health. So some of you need more water. Some of you need to really kind of take your health a little more seriously. Like I almost feel like some of you are like, oh, why bother? Or all I do is put my attention on my health, and you're tired, with putting your focus on your health. This month really feels like there's a renewal of spirit, a renewal of focus, a renewed energy of, getting what you want and making it happen. So I really feel good about taking control of your health and not being upset or frustrated that things aren't going your way, because I feel like they finally start to go with your way, and I feel like you start to get answers that you need to take care of your health. For some of you, this seems like it's a theme that's been playing out, and it's been like a puzzle piece. Last month you learned this month you learned that, so each month you're getting a new piece of information. But nonetheless, it's moving in the right direction. Now let's see if there's anything unexpected for you for the month. Yeah, some of you may get some unexpected visitors. You may get some unexpected friends who drop in for the month of April. You may also find that you have some unexpected invitations coming your way, where people invite you, spur of the moment, hey, let's get together, let's do this, or spur of the moment, inviting you someplace. So it feels like there's a lot of social fun for you, and last minute, and impromptu, and it actually could be, jumping on a plane impromptu too. So it feels like there's impromptu fun, and it feels like it's vacation and it's easy. And, when we have, like I said, this retrograde at the same time, these retrogrades with Mars and Mercury, and with the abundance, I mean, it really does feel a little bit like you're winning the lottery and you're spending it at the same time, and you've got the time to do it. So it's the best of all worlds. Feels really positive. Now let's look at anything unexpected for you for the month. Well, I think we just did that, didn't we? I'm getting a little spacey here, so I'm sorry. So is there anything else unexpected for them for the month? Okay, so there may be something not quite so fun. Some of you may have a little issue with your teeth that's a little unexpected, like a specific tooth you may have to deal with. The good news is it feels like, you know, you can get in, you can get it out, you can get it handled and be done with it. So don't suffer with it. If you have a tooth issue, just get in, get it handled, and then it won't turn into anything else. All right, you guys, it sounds like you're going to have an amazing month with a lot of social things, lots of abundance, a lot of attention given to you, a lot of authority, and that you'll have, and your ability to kind of plant new seeds to get things done the way that you want it, defined by you. So I like that. I like it a lot. It's a really good month. So have a great April, everyone. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.